Hey there, and welcome back to the demo of Monster Train 2. Here we are again. So, we've been watching, I guess it's the final season of it, but we've been watching What We Do in the Shadows, and if you haven't seen this show, I'm just going to give you the base premise, and I'm going to recommend that you figure out how to watch it, because it's incredible. Basically, if you imagine a bunch of completely incompetent vampires, and they are just trying to do their best however they understand in, what is it, New York City, I guess. So it's hilarious. I have not enjoyed a comedy show that much in a long time. There are some scenes that live rent-free in my head for months at a time, and this new season is really good, so I've been having an absolute blast with it. We've gotten like halfway into it. I don't actually know how many episodes there are. I think there are like 6 seasons. Anyway, it's good eating. I'm a big fan. I highly recommend it. So I don't really know if I watch TV all that much. In truth be told, I just watch whatever my SO and I watch, really, and we hang out together and watch it. And it's kind of like a, hey, we're doing the thing together kind of thing, you know? But the part that's always thing is, I'm not going to go out of my way to watch a show typically. There's a few that I've done that with, but nothing that I can remember offhand, I suppose. It doesn't happen very often. Normally I'm doing literally anything else because I find that I have a hard time getting engaged with media that I'm not interacting with like that, and my brain, for whatever reason, decides that laughing is not interacting with it. So it's kind of weird. Something has to be really outrageous in some fashion for me to really be excited about it. So kind of strange. I guess it's just something that I deal with, but I don't know, any cool shows y'all are watching? It's always a fun thing to figure out. In the meanwhile, we're going to play some Monster Train 2. We are randomizing Pyre hearts because at this point, I no longer care. This is the way I'm going to play the game, so this is the way I'm going to play the game. Our previous run was with Phoenix, so we're going to play Banished now and see what Fel has for us. And yeah, my main goals in this, things I want to try to do in the demo still, is I want to try to uncover weird things. So that's stuff like large mystery box, that's stuff like that graft event that gives you random grafts. I think that's really cool, and I would like to see that. I'd like to see that more often. So I might hunt some events in general because there's weird stuff there. I haven't had as many Dante runs as I think other people have, but I guess he's one of the few events in the demo, so I think it'd be nice to have another couple of runs of that, see how that goes. What else? Those are sorts of the things I'm looking at doing. A lot of the core functionality of these clans I think I have a pretty good grasp on. Obviously I'm very excited for whenever this drops because I'd like to ratchet up the difficulty a lot. This whole Covenant 1 business, it's not bad, but I really want the higher difficulties. I can tell that I want them. So that said, the fact that I've been enjoying Covenant 1 this much bodes very well for the game itself. It means that when you start kicking up the difficulty and you add in some more variants from the other clans, I think we're going to have a real good time. I'm very excited for it. So anyway, as always, do like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. I figure I'm going to start mentioning this more often because every time I mention it, some people show up and it's nice. But I do have a Discord server that I maintain. It's a good place to chat about the game, give your opinions, give your thoughts, ask questions. Honestly, people have asked for run advice before there. Always happy to do that kind of stuff. You can find the link to it on my main channel page. If you go down to my information section about me, it'll have a little invite URL there. Pretty easy. It's a small little community, but it's a good way to get in touch with fellow people who are playing the game. So anyway, let's rock on and see what Fel's got. Clicking the button. Alright, hope you're all doing well today. I'm doing just peachy. It's nice to get a little bit of an opportunity to record here. I do like that. I've kind of missed it. I didn't record for all of last week, so it's one of those things where I enjoy it a lot, but unfortunately when you work so many hours, you just kind of melt following the workday. And after that, you really don't have the bandwidth or the mental fortitude to actually do any sort of recording. So Fortunately, this weekend I have a little bit of that energy, so here we are, doing our best. And yeah, same bosses as always, so hope you're all doing fine, fighting the same stuff. We are Proto Heart Cage, so this is no special stuff. I think this is the one that just has more health and attack, right? I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So yeah, this one just has good stats. This is actually something I think might be genuinely worthwhile at higher covenants. Just having higher base stats is like a real benefit, actually. I imagine that there may be circumstances where certain Pyre Hearts don't mesh particularly well with certain clan combos, and you might end up randoming that way, and it's a little bit of a bummer, right? Well, I will pretty much always be happy with better heart stats. It's always going to be useful. You're always going to leak something. You're always going to take some Pyre damage. These are just things that you got to get used to. So I kind of think this is actually going to be a solid one, even if it's, not exciting, right? And it's not doing anything cool, but it is impactful, which I like. Anyway, our cards today are Selfless, Sacrifice, Flicker, Steadfast Crusader, another Crusader run. I actually think this dude's pretty good, just because he's got a good stack of hit points and a good size, right? 2 space, 40 health goes a long way here. 2 cost, not ideal, but his ability is solid, and he triggers Shift, and he's an Angel, which obviously has synergy with other things like Shift and a whole bunch of artifacts, so I actually think he's a pretty good unit, I would say. Is he amazing? He's not the best unit in this clan, right? He's no Battle Dancer or whatever. I can't actually decide who my favorite unit in this clan is, but it's not him for sure. Regardless, I think he's solid. I'm always happy to have him. He's very strong early. So, and we have some damage shield for Savagery, which I think is really pivotal. Alright, I think it's Horde first these days because, I don't know, makes sense. Valor grants an additional +1 armor per stack. That's sick. That's just so good. Big fan of that. And as far as Fel goes, man, Vanguardian looks pretty tasty here, right? Unchained is always good, but Vanguardian, when we have the Titan's Edict out of the gate with extra armor, she's super durable. So, now the downside, of course, is that I do have a tank as my frontliner, so I have someone durable already. I think it's probably okay. I don't know. I mean, I think there's 2 arguments here. There's the argument of Crusader, so I should pick the more offensive line. But she's slow, she's not really offensive. If she was like powerful in the immediate term, I might take this, but it's not going to be strong into Ring 1. And we can always draft into Banished units on Ring 2, or other backline Pyreborne stuff. So I really think Vanguardian's going to be superior here. Yeah, we'll take it. It's fine. We'll win Ring 1 anyway. I have basically no fear. And we're just slamming Trials because Covenant won, so we can do it. Now, I don't have an Ascend, right? No, I didn't start with an Ascend. I was thinking if I did, I would put the Steward down first, but I don't. So we'll just kind of chill like this, play out some stuff. Great. Wonderful. How do I want to approach this? I definitely want to put the Just Cause into one guy. There's really not a lot of reasons to do anything too fancy here. Get some damage shield in, I think it's fine. We do get the Flicker here, which is great. I want to put up some Valor. Probably definitely leaking some of these guys, right? There's just sort of no way around it. I can dash here, pull forward. I think I can actually get this kill, which is unlikely, but good, right? I'm going to tap the guy in back. What, 40 damage? I don't think there's much hope here, so let's just accept that we're taking 1 whack to the Pyre, and that's okay. Great. I mean, I feel this is pretty straightforward. I'm just going to do a bunch of damage here at the best of my ability. I don't think we can physically lose. Yeah, the way you do this is we charge, and then we flip the order here, and we have no problems. A lot of armor on the board. Looks good. Cool. Seems strong. 4 damage taken. No real problems. Cleave. We're not going to have a high damage dealer in front. It's always good if we see something like a Hothead. I'm just going to take the Blood Suit. I think this is a fine card. I think this card, I'm very keen on this card, right? I think this card is really strong. It's very flexible. I can use this as like a slow ping, but if it's slow, I don't mind because it's 20 damage, right? Or I can use it with Pyre Gel on flying bosses and do hundreds of damage to them. Or I can play it on a bottom floor enemy and do like 60 damage to them. There's a lot of nuance to this. I think it reads a lot weaker than it is. It's actually quite good. Lava armor, I'm taking that because that boosts Fell's offense and defense. Big fan. Great. Good progress. Now, I would love to see a Banished unit, so we're going to the Merchant of Steel here. Multi-strike Titanite, I mean, that could be Firebrand. Okay, or Demonic Fledgling. Man, that's a really good Firebrand, though. That's such a good Firebrand. I'm going to take it. It's such a good Firebrand, and I can afford both of them, so it's really good. It's not ideal, but man, is it good. And I'm actually going to give 20 health to the Crusader here. I think that's solid. It'll get me through some bad times and makes his ability hit harder. Take this trial, all good. Okay, so I mean, as much as I would love Firebrand to be on Fell's floor, I think it has to be solo Firebrand, right? It's just very good. Let her get thwacked a whole bunch and she just clobbers. Alright, let's get some damage on middle. She gets hit a bunch, but just gets so much armor. Looking good. Get a fire starter here. We'll pop out this floor. Get some Just Cause action up top. Yeah, she's gonna just like 1v1 this boss, I'm pretty sure, right? Now this is charge forward, flip back, and then I think I want to stop this. This is not as efficient, but it does do something here. I think she wins down. Yeah, she actually just 1v1s this thing entirely, so pretty good. We would have leaked, but, you know, it's fine, because Firebrand is going completely mad with power here. So, yeah, that's great. We have an excellent artifact, an excellent unit, excellent set of upgrades. Windblade. I don't have shift on anyone, but I might take shift on someone. Liquid Courage seems bad. I don't like this card. Cleave can be very efficient now that I have Firebrand, though, so I'm going to actually grab the Cleave here. Enchant Grant Avarice. I don't hate it. It's money, right? I guess it's fine. I'm just going to take Alchemy instead. This unit kind of is bad, right? I don't like him. I'm not going to make any judgments based on balance or whatnot, but the whelps don't really excite me in any meaningful way, so I am going to look for a more offensive unit. I'd love something better than a Crusader to plop down. Can I use this Steel Shop, or the Magic Shop, rather? An Intrinsic would be solid on a Damage Shield card. Yeah, alright, fine. Let's see what we hit here. Remove Consume -1. It's an option. Miser, Greed Dragon, none of these are great. I guess I take the Miser. He's basically free money, so sure. It's fine. I don't know about this. I guess you could remove Consume on Alchemy and attempt very hard to use this to generate a lot of value. I mean, playing it even twice is pretty solid. It pays for itself. This is not a very powerful setup, but it's fine. Now, what if I re-roll this? I think it's better. Spin this, right? And then you get the Smolder Stone. Yeah, okay. This is superior. Now I'm much more inclined to dupe this and play a bunch of them. We do give up the Seek Stone, though, which is probably my favorite one, and something I do want to find for a selfless sacrifice. Maybe we get something good here. Ah, interesting. Graft one of my equipments on a unit. No, I would like to graft a random equipment. I was just talking about this. Put something random on Firebrand. What do I get today? What did I get? Cursed Dragon Staff. Now, this is the one that does damage. I've seen this in a large mystery box. I don't think it's very good for Firebrand, but it's, I guess, better than nothing. It's amusing, at least. It's an incant card, right? If you incant on her floor, then sure, it does something. You can kind of see it here, right? Yeah, it doesn't really, I don't think, yeah, it adds 10 attack, so I guess I can't really be mad about it, right? Earn money. Money. You see, this is like surprisingly efficient, right? I can actually get this kill here. I should probably, right? Seems okay. I think it's fine. We'll farm some cash upstairs. Click the alchemy, though, for sure. Put some of this up top. Here we charge. Pull forward. Seems good. Great. Get some hits downstairs. She's doing just great. There's nothing that can stop her at this point, so... I do want to kill this guy in back here. I guess I'll play the guy out. Oh, I guess he gets the kill. Sure. Because he kills himself, of course. Makes sense. Great work. This is fun. This whole Pyreborne going crazy, having a random incant is actually surprisingly useful. It's not as useful as I was expecting it to be, but fair enough. Alright. Downstairs. I mean, she's gonna win this combat again, right? I'm pretty sure. I think she just is the win on the Relentless turn. Can she lose? No, she can't. It's fine, right? It's fine. I don't earn much off of Miser. He at least hit once. It's fine. I'm over here just like, ah, yeah, she's doing great. What if I... Here we go. Okay, well, unfortunately, I gave the enemy damage shield and it didn't stop it. Whatever, I'm just going to let her ride. It's fine. She wins anyway. She's too powerful. She's doing great. I need to make more copies of this unit, for sure. For sure. Sanctuary is an excellent card here. I don't really have any Pyrogel generation. Take the Sanctuary, sure. Now, I do have Pyrogel generation now. Magma Cultist. Or, and hear me out, you put Hothead behind Firebrand, and now we have Wave Clear, and that's probably better. Magma Cultist is solid, though. My top floor... Putting this with... Ooh, wait. Putting this with Cursed Dragon Staff Lady is really strong. I think I am going to take the Cultist, and I'm going to take Ember here, so I can afford to play this. I will take the... Yeah, sure, I'll take the money here. What do I get? Medallion of Superiority, although Dragonstone is probably worth it at this point, so let me actually grab that. It's early enough that I think we'll get enough combats here. Merchant of Steel, what would I do? Dualism on Cultist, Multi-Strike on Cultist, I guess? Sure, there's no dupe here, right? Right. We already saw the Graft event, so that's the exciting one. I guess I could see Jack in the Box, which would be really fun. I do love those. I think we're going to go to the steel shop. There's enough stuff here, even if this Pyromane is dead on arrival. Yeah. Vanguardian 2, we'll go all in. See what's in here. Oh, we get a rando multi-strike and another Titanite. Impressive. Avenger, Steadfast, Crusader. We'll skip there, it's fine. It's a pretty low impact side. If I buy this, 90, 50, can't afford it. Is this right to do? Buy the multi-strike right now? I guess I'll see another steel shop, maybe. The thing is you're not guaranteed to see the dualism. Yeah, I guess I'll grab this, right? Guess so. Sure, it's pretty solid. We'll be on the lookout for stuff. I'll take some extra stats, I guess, on something. Does it really matter? Sure, here you go. Get him, bud. Avarice. I'll put it on Miser. I'm sure he'll hit at least 5 times in this run. Okay. Moving on. The thing is that we have Vanguardian competing with Firebrand right now. The real winner of this is if you put Firebrand... Right, like, here's the thought. You put Firebrand, Cultist, Miser, and this floor is probably just stronger than the Fell floor, right? Like, let's... Like, think about this for a hot second. It's probably pretty good. I mean, oh yeah, it just kills that guy. That's great. Now, unfortunately, we are getting sapped down here, which I don't like. Not a huge fan of that. These guys are not great. I guess I'll invest a little bit upstairs. Sure, I don't really want to eat this. We do at least earn some cash here. Okay, we're 100% going to go ahead and just hit cleave on this one. I'll incant up. We're clearing the scary guy there. I'll go ahead and hit him with the Crusader up top. I don't want to say something silly like my bottom floor is the only one that matters, because it's provably not true, right? We're going to eat dirt here, and I think that's just going to have to be it, I think. Yeah, I mean, I think that's just going to have to be it. I'm pretty sure. That particular turn is dicey. We're going to take some hits. It's fine. I have tons of health. I'm okay with it. Top floor is now alright. Sure, doesn't matter what I hit on really here. Okay, now we probably win downstairs. We actually don't, which is shocking, but I think we can be made to win downstairs very quickly. Yeah, okay, there it is. I would like this to be left as is. The main reason is I want to maximize miser turns. So don't click anything else on this turn, we just let it ride. This is going to, I mean, this pays out all of the avarice here, right? The $15 I put in. It's a slow burn, but we get through it. Yeah, he makes tons of cash, looking decent. Shield of Wing is very strong. Just very strong. We should grab this, although Lead Songbird actually justifies Fell's existence a little bit and slots on that floor pretty well. It's true. Sure is true. Shield of Wing is really good, though. I could actually unironically just put Crusader on his own floor, and this guy crunches now. Man, the unfortunate thing is that Vanguardian has fallen away, I think. I'm going to go ahead and take the Songbird here. We'll try something different. We do see a Soul Smelter. That's strong. We love Soul Smelter. It's really powerful. I'll grab it because I think it's wrong not to grab it. I'm going to loot here because I think I can go up to 8. I mean, the Spirecracker doesn't do much, but I think we can go up to 8 later, so... Do we want the Trinket Shop or the Arms Shop? Getting a room card would be strong. I also think the Horde removal is better, so we'll check that out. Void Armament, Meat Shield. Zone of Silence is a snap click for sure. We always want to have at least one of them. Expanded Coffers. We're not generating enough here to attempt to go for that, are we? I don't think we are. Hellheart's stronger. I don't think this is going to be all in Dragon's Horde, so I'm not particularly pushed by it. We'll cut out some Stewards. They're not terrible, but I think my starter cards are probably better on average. Valor is doubled armor-wise. Void Armament is just a good buy here, I think. Meat Shield. It's not bad, right? Yeah, sure. We'll spin here, see what we hit. Do get the Shield of Wing. The nice thing about the Cursed Twin Blade here is you put that on Fell, and whenever she gets hit, she outscales the Cursed Twin Blade. This is also really good on Firebrand for similar reasons, but Firebrand has the Dragon Staff, I guess. I can get the Shield of Wing anyway, though, so we should grab that. Now, here's the real question. What am I doing, right? I have so many things happening here. we can consolidate some of this down. Now, obviously, like, Meat Shield plus Shield of Wing is very strong. 25 health, and you deal damage back on hit, and you heal yourself. Awesome. This weaponizes spell in a very powerful way, but I could also just keep Crusader chilling and murdering half the waves, so that's good. The thing that we also have to keep in mind is that we're going to be slow. Firebrand doesn't do a lot of damage until we, 1, can incant a lot, or 2, can get her hit a lot. So very strong in a Relentless, very strong on, like, wait, turn 5 or something. So how are we winning turn 1 on, like, ring 7, where the guy drops in with like 500 health or something? So I think we need to go in on Shield of Wing in a big way. So I think the play here is I'm going to go Shield of Wing on Meat Shield. Or is it Lava Armor? I think we can get away with Lava Armor because of the relic we have. So now, as far as deployable business, we have a lot of stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm already paying everything out. I'd have to remove something to make it deployable. Or take deployable and then I guess maybe think about a second Ember Relic? I don't know, maybe. I feel like we should do deployable on something. What is the least useful card I have that I would drop here? I mean, it's Miser. He's already paid for himself, but we might as well make more money now. It's pure profit at this point. I probably want to dupe this Firebrand, right? Have 2 of them on 2 separate floors. The other thing we got to watch out for is she's going to get clobbered by Savagery. You know, she's durable, but she's only got 50 health, right? Guys does what, 20 damage, 30 damage times what, 5? So if he hits me, she's dead. We gotta proc that melee weakness on something else, get it rolling. So we took Sanctuary for this. I need to look at magic shops, is how I avoid that fate. So that's good. Now, as far as the deployable angle, I don't actually know what the right choice here is. It's leaning me a little bit towards not purchasing the deployable. Right? I don't see the value here right now, but it's also not inherently wrong because it just shuffles back into your deck if you don't play it on the deployment phase. So you don't lose it, you just don't get to play it. There's maybe, I could get like Ancient Pyre Tap or something. It's perspective, but I like it. It's very perspective, but I like it. Sure, we'll make it deployable. It's expensive. We'll move on. I don't love it, but I need to see magic shops now. Magic. 2 more magic shops. Will be going to those. They're not the strongest sides, unfortunately, but I don't really think we have a choice. Fortunately, none of our floors, I think, flimsy enough to really die to this penitent prayer stone business. And it actually arguably helped on... what's her name? The Revenge Trigger people. Okay, now, Cultist will kill himself, so we don't want that. So I think we're not playing these 2 on this turn. Great. Cool, top floor's looking good. I do 100% want to make cash. I would like to punish this guy downstairs. Now this is weird because I think she's attacking it. It's hurting her, and she's revenging on it right away. So, kind of fascinating, right? Yeah, so she actually triggers her revenges and just murders it there, which is great. I'm going to go ahead and silence middle floor. Yeah, I think this is fine. Sure. Yeah, we get the kill up top. Very good. Oh, it's a real bummer about the collector, but it do be like that, I suppose. I will put down Miser, I guess, and we'll just give him Void Armament to earn cash. Yeah. Unfortunate about the Collector. I can't ascend him out either. It do be like that, I suppose. Yeah, Fel's doing great work now that she has a wing shield. I think that's actually super clutch here. Put you in back. Right, Silence does some good stuff here. Great. Yeah, see, like, we get hit upstairs, but it does absolutely nothing. We are farming some cash. We love to see it. Great. Now, who's getting these kills? That's the real question. I think it's the guy in the back here, if we think about this long enough. I don't want those kills. Okay, fine. Yeah, alright, we did okay there. Decent, decent. We're doing pretty good up top, right? I like this. This is looking solid. It's, you know, this would be stronger if I was putting these multi-strikers up there with Fel, but it's not a problem. Mid-floor is going to win this combat, and it's not particularly close. So, that's fun. Great. Yeah, though Shield of Wing does a lot of work here. And then we can go up top and toss out Alchemy. If we get any... Let's see. I don't know who's getting this kill. 7 is good enough, though, right? We're not mad about 7. I'm not going to mess with it. It's fine. I was like, I know Firebrand's getting the kill up top and the front guy, but I don't know who's getting the kill in back. I guess we'll find out. We're making a ton of cash here because the damage on the floor is not that good. Yeah, Firebrand gets it. Oh, well, 7 is good enough. I'm not mad about it. It just means I don't get to select. We get a free Cursed Twin Blade. I mean... It's really good, right? As long as Fel gets hit, it's solid. Getting a little cluttered here. Greed, Soul Smelter, Fanning the Flame. Nah, I don't need these. Greed is fine. I kind of wish this was 1 Ember, right? I don't know. There's something about... For 2 cost... I mean, it does good effect, right? This is a solid card. It's just... tough, right? Think about this in terms of, like... I would pay the opportunity cost of that room that gives Extinguish money, right? And that probably earns me more money altogether. Also, I keep forgetting Greed hurts your allies. It's one of the main reasons I don't use it. I'm going to sell it. I will loot the 7. Great. These are all good. Medallion of Superiority is probably the best because I'm over here worrying about Fel or Firebrand dying to Savagery. I think this is a helpful solution. And I can now explode my Train Stewards. Sure, why not? Fair enough. Now, Magic Shop is mission critical here, I think. So we're going to go there. Totally. I need... Double stack is very good. That's a very strong play. Double stack 4 damage shield is a lot. I'll take it, yes. Hold over. Now, what would you hold over here? Cleave is really the only one that stands out, but even that's not particularly good. I'll burn some stuff. Doesn't really matter that much. Make Cleave more accessible. Holdover, I don't think, is the angle here. I don't need to hold on to these cards. Give me... Okay, we're not feeling good about it. Yeah, not great. I can remove Consume on Selfless Sacrifice, and then -2 and make it free, which I like. It's pretty solid, right? I like this interaction, right? Make it... It doesn't give back this, so that's good. Spell Chain. Not sure about Spell Chain here. That one's tough. Let's see what the Alcove has for us. Okay. Fight Club. Fight Club is hard to say no to. It's just solid. Boiler Room on the 1st floor. What does this do when a unit dies? I don't hate it. I'll take Fight Club, I think. Hef's Hammer is solid, but I don't... It's a +20 attacker, which I appreciate, but I don't think it's that impactful. I mean, Soul Smelter's 20 attacker, right? That's a better thwang, I think. We'll take Fight Club. I'll use it. That's a decent pickup. It's a good event. I like that event. Now, removing cards is probably a pretty important part of this too. If I don't hit the intrinsic that I want, then I do think removing trash to hit it is better. Like Firestarter, fine, but this isn't doing that much, so I think we're cutting a few of these. I'll cut. I like the Just Cause because of the Titan's Edict. Makes the Valor worth more to me. So, also I did take lead Songbird, so I'd like to lean into it. My Stewards explode, so I guess I'm going to keep them, right? But, we're going to keep cutting stuff like this. I'm going to spend a lot of money doing this because we're back down under 30. I'd really like to keep farming money. This is a lot of power we're picking up. It's a lot of power we're picking up. I'll remove the last Firestarter here. This is helpful because this means that I am much more likely to have, draw the damage shield cards, assuming I don't eventually see an intrinsic that I want. All right. Let's play it out the way I know we want to. Firebrand. Kale probably should have been bottom floor, huh? Probably should have been bottom floor. Yeah, okay. We'll undo that. I think we play into bottom floor here. And then I guess we play mid floor? Maybe so. Now, I think getting out this merged equipment is the most important thing I can do. So let's play out the Magma Cultist here. We do get Miser, which I like. Great. This looks good. Yeah, this looks solid, right? The floor is holding together in a meaningful way. I think we do see this good selfless sacrifice here. I think Songbird is going in on the main floor. I don't think we can meaningfully play Cursed Twin Blade anywhere. I guess I can drop it in on mid-floor, sure. And then we play some stuff. Yeah, this is good. Now, unfortunately, I think this means he's eating it, right? Yeah, so he ate it, which is bad. That is what we call suboptimal. Fortunately, we have the power of damage shield here, but, you know, still, right? I think we need to put this blood suit on something else. We'll work on this man here, yeah. Lives with 3 health. Terrible. Alright, so I airdrop in the lad. I can just Zone of Silence downstairs, actually, which is great. I charge forward, we switch it around. I feel decent about this. I am ignoring Fight Club, by the way, because it's Kale, but I think it's good to do it. Bottom floor, she's locked in, right? She's got it figured out. Yeah, I think we're golden. Let's burn this card off floor. I think we're getting a good set of slays here. Yeah, we get some good slays out of that, which I really appreciate. Earn some cash like this. Good. This looks very solid to me. We should get double slays. Yep, 8. We've maxed out. Excellent. Now, I'd like to... First things first, I want to give some of this armor to Songbird so he doesn't die in Relentless. That's, let's be real, pretty important to me. I would like these sleighs going to the right person. Here, get him, Train Steward. Oh wait, he can explode. Oh, I get to choose? Weird. It says to the front enemy, so I didn't think it would let me choose. But sure, blow him up, buddy. Get him. Alright, great job. Another double sleigh. Didn't need it, but I appreciate it all the same. We already have capped out, so I think actually we certainly could have taken the treasure chest relic, right? She's just winning, by the way. What we really ought to be careful about actually is... Okay, I've managed to prevent Miser from dying. He had void armament, right? Which is a concern. I want him to stay alive so he can keep earning me cash. I guess it's not terrible if he does die with that on, but, you know, he still has value. Blood-Soaked Arena is pretty much a slam pick here, I think. Although, Hell Furnace, let me tell you, Hell Furnace plus Magma Cultist. What adds more damage? I actually think it's probably Hell Furnace. Weirdly enough. Sure. Now, here's the trick. I think I have to take card draw because I want to increase the chances that I see the good pickup. We're going to loot this. I could take Hidden Coffers. It's a real main... I can actually seriously get value from it. I think I want to take the Talons, though. I'm leaning in on the damage side. Winged Steel is good, right? This is let me draw more stuff. Let me draw faster and more. That's great. Double draw relic pickup. Now, here I think it is Steel Shop side, right? I have two things that have slots. Yes, and I don't need the Arms Shop that badly. Alright, we'll get Vanguardian up to max. Savior? No, I don't think so. I guess this is like... No, we don't have any Valor, so I think we take the Vanguardian. We do our best. I'm looking for... How do we keep our floor from dying? I do have an extra spot on bottom floor, right? So that's possibly... I mean, I'm looking for dualism for Cultist. Miser has a large stone now. I don't know about that. I think the plus 20 is for sure going on Songbird. Guy is tiny, needs help. I guess I could give someone Endless and they could face tank. Endless Exploding Spear Steward. But wait, it's cracked, right? It's actually not, but it's funny. It's funny. I'll give you that, but it's not that good. Okay, I think we spin this. I like Large Stone a lot, but I don't think it makes too much sense here. I guess I could put it on Miser and face tank a swing or something. I suppose. Sure, I've got the slots for it. I'll reroll here. Dualism, please. No, no dualism. Okay, well, that's a bummer. We could go to the Steel Shop, but I think the Magic Shop's worth more to me, so... What's the angle? Give him some stats, I guess. Some damage, sure. Is Titanite worth it on the Songbird? I don't think so. Probably not. I think we just save our money, unfortunately. It'll have to do. I don't need any of these upgrades. More Soul Smelters, Bloodthirsty Blade a little late. I think we're going to be relying a lot on removals, if I'm being honest with you. I think it's going to be a lot of removals here. You draw faster by removing cards. So I will cut one Just Cause. I'm leaving in the 0 coster because I got a double draw here, so 0 cost cards are probably worth a lot. We'll move on. Not great. Not great, but could be worse. -1 Ember. How does that feel to me? Does that feel doable? I think it's doable. Yeah, I think that's doable. It's not ideal, but I think it's doable. I will play into top floor here. Firebrand will be bottom floor. I think we have to get the Cultist in or we've done something wrong. So we don't get the equipment right away, but that's okay, I think. Songbird lands. We draw a card, I can't play it. This is the stuff they have to watch out for. The sweep here is going to be the big risk, I think. Zone of Silence is great. And we get Flicker downstairs, which does good work. So Zone of Silence is cruising. Everything's so expensive. This -1 Ember is hurting a lot. Now, fortunately, I think we'll be okay. Ugh. I mean, we'll be alright upstairs simply because I can swing it like so. This is fine. Play the Hell Furnace down here. And then we can at least get the Collector, which I appreciate. I don't think we're at risk of too much. We will get smacked. It's kind of an unfortunate... It's going to happen more than once, right? Going to happen more than once. So anyway, click Cleave because it ends this and saves a man. And this guy's going to hit me for 5. At least he's not, you know, hitting me with his resolve trigger for 5, but our damage is not in a great spot. Okay, top floor looking decent there. Goodbye, Magma Cultist, I guess. There's not much I can really do about it. So, bummer. We're going to take hits. This is something I'm realizing. Like, this is slow, is my main realization here. We are not moving quick. And that is... not great. Also, the Soul Smelter here was late. Late, but also I had to play a different way in order to not lose. It'll have to do. Who's getting this kill upstairs? Do we know? What, 52, 52, so it's, yeah. Is it current health or max health? Health, current health. So... 52, 52. She attacks 59, 59. So I think it's middleman here. I think so. Great. Oh, right. She gains Valor on Retell. Well, it's fine. It's fine. Do I want to purge Miser here? Not terribly. Guess we can charge in and then play it like this and we clear the floor. Pretty decent. Looks okay. Top floor is going to win though, which is good. Miser has at least earned money, which I will say is great. He's done his best, which is pretty decent. Oh, weird. Right when she dies, we get it back. Strange. Okay, well, that's fun, I suppose. I'm going to pull... I'm actually going to give the Cursed Dragon staff here so we can kill this backline guy and not get Songbird shot. So, 5 is acceptable, right? Right. I don't know who's getting this sleigh. And you know what? I'm not going to do the math. So, click it. It's fine. Well, it wasn't the guy who had the thing. Great. It's okay. 5, 6. It's kind of all okay to me. Right? They're in the same ballpark on strength. It's more just like how much choice do you get. Begone is fine. I mean, this is a really good card actually, but I need to be very cautious, right? I have to go to the magic shop here, so if I don't hit intrinsic, it's a really good card though. I think I am going to take this. This is damage bonus, right? Mind Cage. I don't have great abilities here. Make It Rain is only going to do as well as I have Pyre Gel, which is admittedly pretty decent. We'll take it. And I have a lot of excess cash. Let's loot here. Let's see. Dragons do extra damage. I do have dragons, so sure. fine. It's acceptable. We have to go left. I've already decided. All of that damage doesn't matter. Great. 1,000 gold to work with is nice. Captain's Halo is strong. Shadow's Sheath is good and bad. I have a lot of revenge triggers, so the problem with Shadow's Sheath is if you get a kill on one of your revengers, then you don't actually get any more revenge triggers. The flip side is this does save your life sometimes from savagery, so there's that. Captain's Halo, I think, is a snap click here. I'm going to reroll on this, I think. Radiant Arms is great. Yes. And that makes any of my equipment damage shield now, which is a big swing. Give me Intrinsic, please. Remove Consume. I don't think so. Probably not. Let's go with Cleave being free here. I like that. Worth it. Plus 10. I'm putting that on Make It Rain. Just so in case I don't have Pyre Gel, this at least kills something. I don't care about healing. Remove Consume. I guess I'll take it, right? I mean, maybe I re-roll this Trinket Shop first, see what we hit. Oh, I already did. Never mind. Ancient Pinion, if it I don't really do a lot of shifting. It does impact one guy. Steadfast Crusader. Alright, well, let's just buy this Remove Consume then. I want to save the slot on Sanctuary for an intrinsic play, so it's fine. Reroll here. Okay, we do see the intrinsic. It's actually great. Now, do you want it on Sanctuary? It's a good question. Yes, we do. We want it on Sanctuary because I can give another one of these the -2 and Consume, which is fantastic. This makes Sanctuary a damage shield 4 to a floor. Fantastic. Spell Chain. There's some good Spell Chain value here. Begone. It's a little expensive, right? It's 20 Consume the other Flicker. I think that's fine. I'm probably removing a card here, but we've hit the most important things, I think. So that's great, in my opinion. I'm actually going to cut a Spear Steward. I realize they can explode, but they are in my way. And then I will Spell Chain. If I don't use it, it's fine. I'm going to put it on Begone because this is a huge offensive boost. And we've actually done pretty well here. I think we're fine. I'm over here looking for pack shards that don't exist. Alright, let's go kill Savagery. Seems good. Cool. Great. Big fan of that. Big fan of that. Now, we don't know where Seraph is going to spawn. So I think we are obviously playing into top floor on Fel. Great. I think I'm playing into bottom floor on the Firebrand. Now, the cool thing is, because of Radiant Arms, right? She gets that damage shield 2 as soon as she spawns in, so that inherently protects her a little bit. And Captain's Halo works on start of turn, so that helps a lot. So I think we merge equipment into Fel to super protect her. And I do want the Magma Cultist down on bottom floor. Great, we got it. She's upstairs getting thwanged. It's great. Bottom floor looks terrible, but we can fix it. Right, blast it. I will take my Sanctuary downstairs. Good. And I am going to Blood Suit. Ooh, we get a Miser draw. The bummer that the ordering happened like this, but this guy's at least tanky, so I don't care that much. Sure, get in there, bud. Alright. Good. Alright, he's flying around. Hell Furnace is in play. How are we going to approach this? I think I need to save this guy in back a little bit. So we'll yank him forward, pull her forward. We now get Make It Rain value. Great. And I think I'm exploding this Steward on the middle guy. Okay. All right, top. Oh, he didn't go top floor. Interesting. Songbird drops in, which I appreciate a lot. I do think bottom floor we are dropping the cleave here. Zone of Silence will protect us from free damage, which is great. Okay, now the way I think this works is this Terrifying Amalgam should hit on Fell's melee weakness before Seraph does, which is great news, right? That should mean she lives. Okay, we actually went to a different floor, so that's fun. So Fell is clearing it up, which is incredible news. Great job. I'll play a meat shield here. It seems decent. I am going to incant on the floor that Seraph's on. I think it's good. Sure, great. Okay, I think we're doing all right. I think we have this. We've managed Seraph pretty well, so that's great. I am going to take Cursed Twin Blade here. I will shoot. Can't let him get got. It's good. I can push a lot of damage numbers upstairs onto him. Bottom floor looks perfectly fine. Push some damage upstairs, even though the spell chain goes away. All good. Okay. We should be golden, right? I think we have it. Top floor is clear. I think the angle here is going to be on Soul Smelter. I'll take damage shield, we draw. Yeah, make it rain is a good draw here. Next turn I can cleave upstairs, so we're fine. So let's play it down. Awesome. Cool, great. Seems good. Miser is actually earning a little bit of that money back that we're spending, but we should have no problem crushing here at all. So we go jump, pull forward, cleave, and then bottom floor is locked in pretty good. We will do some value plays downstairs, but let's push numbers into Seraph here for sure. Great. Cool. We should be in a good spot. I think we at least clear the amalgams. We actually just straight up win downstairs, which is obscene and great news. Wonderful. And then we make it rain here, and it's even easier. Yeah, this floor crushes. This actually, we win on 2 floors here, which feels very solid. The damage numbers are just square where we want them to be. And it was really Radiant Arms that does most of the work on keeping us surviving. So, like, because we went on top, but we went on this bottom floor too, obviously. Guy is super squish. Get out of here. Great. Excellent. And that's a W. We'll take it. Nice. All right. Feels good. Vanguardian ended up being relevant. I think it's easy to knock it off and just sort of pass it away as really bad, but I'm very pleased with how that worked. So, really strong having a 2-floor setup like that. The Firebrand, I mean, with those upgrades was just crush, right? The Firebrand is such a solid unit. And this thing, with the opening Titan's Edict, is just so durable. We didn't end up even getting some of the best relics here, right? Because Firebrand would also have benefited from Celestial Cascade, right? So would Vanguardian, which is, that's, for anyone who doesn't have them memorized yet, can you tell I've played the demo a lot? It would make Valor Ghost +1. So you get Celestial Cascade is a +1 to all Valor stacks when you apply it. It makes Just Cause a +3, right? Yeah, +3. And it makes Firebrand a +3. And it makes Fel a +5, which is huge. I gotta give a huge shout out to the merged equipment up here. I think this was really good. Very solid choice getting that wings in there. Ended up playing this more often than other things in my deployment phase, interestingly enough, because getting it out was so important. The fact, once I hit the Radiant Arms, I mean, golden, right? That's... Damage shield is really strong against melee weakness. Now, obviously, they removed that interaction from Monster Train 1, right? Where if you recall in Monster Train 1, if your damage shield got hit while you had melee weakness, it ticked the melee weakness down by 1. This was super relevant and important of an interaction for Patient Seraph, because you could then body it and remove your melee weakness with time by simply having damage shield. Great. Good for Umbra. They removed that. They fixed that. Presumably, it did kind of seem a little bit like a bug, so it makes sense. I'm not upset about it. But it does mean that we still need to carefully get our melee weakness removed. So you want to make sure one of those heavies is the one popping it, not Seraph, who slaps for 30. That's what, 100 and... what's times 4, so it's 120 damage. Basically, nothing has enough health to survive that right now, right? Even my double 25 Steadfast Crusader has 80. He would just pass away. I think you can do that with like 60 health and 65 health plus and a Titanite, so it's certainly doable, but I would say spicy. You don't want to rely on just sacking that hit to Seraph if you can. Miser super paid for himself, ended up being a relevant portion of my endgame line. This is a deceptively powerful unit. I think I've said this before. Like, it doesn't look strong, but this guy's basically Paraffin Thug on steroids, and then in a clan that actually benefits from the money, right? So when you think about it, it's like if the money side of melting were good, is the way I look at how it's set up in Pyreborne. Definitely a take 2 on that whole interaction, right? Paraffin Thug doesn't really make sense in the clan at all. He just kind of generates some money and you go, great, I like money, I guess. And then nothing else really pays out that, right? You have what? I'm going to forget the name of the artifact. Someone can put a comment if they remember it. It's the chest that gives you 5 gold whenever a unit dies. So you've got that one. And then you've got Tycoon, who I think Tycoon is way better because Tycoon is just good. And then you've got what? What else do we have? Paraffin Thug, that's it. I mean, there's really not a lot if you think about it. So, whereas here we have Avarice, we have tons of money play, we have Gold Tooth, which converts that money into raw power. There's a lot of interaction there. So, also, there are cards that sell money, right? I'm over here playing Make It Rain simply because it costs money and Miser's basically paying for it. So, in a lot of ways, Make It Rain, this card is so good, by the way. I really like this card. It's hyper efficient usage of Pyrogel, but the nice thing is it's balanced pretty well because if you don't have any Pyrogel, it kind of sucks, right? So you want to make sure you're applying some of it so that this actually is efficient. And then if you're paying it, I mean, this is good, right? You repeat this card's effect up to 3 more times for what, 60 damage? Really efficient. So it's like Ice Storm, right? Kind of, almost, but better if you have money. Anyway, I don't really have much else to add. Great run, very solid. It's good seeing stuff that doesn't rely on Dragon's Horde, I think. We get a little bit of it, but it's fine. I have a feeling inevitably you're going to splash things like... where is this card? The Alchemy here, the Remove Consume -2 Alchemy. It's just solid, right? It's just a good card to have in your deck. You're always happy to add a couple of these in your run somewhere along the line. I was never going that ham. We had, of course, the Soul Smelter, but it only really played out in one combat in a meaningful way. So, anyway, good stuff. I'll let you go there. So, hey, thanks a lot for watching this. I really appreciate your time. As always, you can give the video a like if you want. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And stay tuned for what's next. Take care, folks.